Islam in Europe. Most people think this is a recent story. Immigration, the 1960s, guest workers, refugees arriving at borders. The real story begins in 711 AD, and it lasted for 800 continuous years. Al-Andalus. In 711, Muslim armies crossed from North Africa into the Iberian Peninsula, what is today Spain and Portugal. Within a decade, they controlled most of the peninsula. They called it Al-Andalus. For the next 800 years, Al-Andalus was one of the most sophisticated and genuinely remarkable civilizations in all of Europe. While much of the continent was locked in the Dark Ages, characterized by poverty, widespread illiteracy, disease, and constant warfare, Al-Andalus was a thriving and luminous center of learning, medicine, philosophy, mathematics, astronomy, architecture, and art. The capital, Cordoba, became in the 10th century the largest city in all of Western Europe. Population estimates suggest it housed over 500,000 people at its peak. It had over 300 public baths at a time when bathing was considered unnecessary or even morally suspicious in much of the rest of Europe. It had a magnificent library containing over 400,000 volumes at a time when the largest libraries in Christian Europe held a few hundred manuscripts. 3 faiths, 1 civilization. What made Al-Andalus truly extraordinary was not just its Islamic character, it was its genuine religious pluralism. Muslims, Christians, and Jews lived and worked together in a period historians call la convivencia, the coexistence. Jewish scholars translated Arabic texts into Latin and made them available to the wider European world. Christian students traveled from all across Europe specifically to study in the great Muslim universities of Cordoba, Toledo, and Seville. Muslim architects designed and built churches. Christian kings employed Muslim physicians, scholars, and administrators at their courts. This was not a perfect or untroubled harmony. There were real tensions, discrimination, and outbreaks of violence at various points across those 8 centuries. History is never simple. But by the brutal and bloody standards of medieval Europe, the level of coexistence achieved in Al-Andalus was genuinely without parallel. The legacy. When the Reconquista finally expelled the last Muslim rulers from Spain in 1492, the same year Christopher Columbus sailed to America, the vast knowledge that had accumulated and been carefully preserved in Al-Andalus spread rapidly across Europe. It fed directly into the Renaissance. The words algebra, cotton syrup, zero, and hundreds of others entered European languages permanently from Arabic during this period. Islam in Europe today. Today, over 25 million Muslims live in Western Europe. They are not newcomers to this continent. They are the latest chapter of a story that began 1,300 years ago. Like, if history surprised you, share with every European you know. Subscribe. Truth every day. I'm Noor. This is Islam with Noor. Thank you for listening.